The rain fell in relentless sheets as I stood on the dimly lit street, desperately waving my hand for a taxi. A yellow cab emerged from the mist, its headlights cutting through the gloom like two eerie eyes. Relieved, I hopped in, grateful to escape the downpour. The driver, a shadowy figure with a worn-out hat, pulled low over his eyes, nodded in acknowledgement. The cab smelled of stale air freshener mixed with a hint of mildew. I settled into the cracked leather seat, my unease growing as the silence stretched between us. As we navigated through the labyrinthine streets, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The driver's raspy breathing echoed in the confined space, each exhale sending shivers down my spine. I glanced at the rearview mirror, catching a fleeting glimpse of his cold, calculating eyes staring back at me. Uneasiness settled in my stomach like a heavy stone. I feigned a casual tone, asking about his night in the usual small talk, but his responses were curt, leaving me with a growing sense of isolation. The streets outside transformed into a maze of eerie alleys, their shadows dancing in the glow of flickering streetlights.
Suddenly, the cab veered off the main road, plunging into a desolate area. Panic seized me as I realized we were far from the familiar cityscape. I demanded an explanation, my voice shaky, but the driver remained silent. Sweat beaded on my forehead as I contemplated my options.
The cab slowed to a crawl, stopping beside a crumbling building that loomed like a forgotten relic of the past. The driver turned to me, his face now fully visible in the dim light. A wicked grin twisted his features, sending terror coursing through my veins. Fear constricted my chest as I fumbled for the door handle, but it refused to budge. The driver's sinister laughter echoed, reverberating in the empty space around us. He leaned closer, his breath hot on my neck as he whispered chilling words that froze my blood. In that ominous moment, instinct took over. With a surge of adrenaline, I kicked open the door, stumbling out into the rain-soaked darkness. The driver's laughter echoed behind me as I sprinted through the labyrinth of alleys, my heart pounding in my ears. Eventually, I found my way back to civilization, drenched and shaken, but alive. The yellow cab disappeared into the night, leaving behind an unsettling feeling that lingered like a haunting specter. As I stood on the now familiar street, I couldn't help but wonder about the countless others who might have fallen victim to the same.